Yeah, back growing up uh, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, I was born and raised in the West Bank of Minneapolis, and my address was 2011 South 6th Street. And growing up, every year we would have a river of crows that would fly over directly over my house. And I'm talking about hundreds and hundreds of thousands of crows. Like it would literally be a black river in the sky flying over my house. And it would last all day. They would keep coming in a steady stream all day, flying directly over my house. As if my house was like a beacon point for them to pass over. So they would come every year. And then they would take hundreds of thousands of them, would take a break from flying, and they would land in the trees all around my house and in my yard. So thousands of crows would be in these trees. And it was amazing to see. And I'll never forget, one night I was coming home from work because I was working late downtown. And I took the bus home and I was walking home. And, you know, it was late at night and I was the only person around. And as I walked up to my house, it was so amazing because there was thousands of crows in all the trees in my yard. And as I walked up, they would start shuffling together and fluttering their wings. And it was like it started with one, but then thousands of them would start. It was like a chain reaction, like dominoes tipping over. All these crows like and then they make a little noise, and like I walked up and it was like something out of a movie. And it was amazing. And I walked up into my yard and I looked up into the tree, and sitting in the tree was this like 4-foot tall crow. I'm serious. It was huge. This giant crow. And in the tree, he was up there in the tree, and all of a sudden as I approached, he started talking to me, like trying to speak like a human being to me. And he was like, it was like someone trying to speak English that doesn't know how to speak English, that doesn't know any words in English, but they've seen a lot of people speaking English, so they try to, you know, it's like how stupid people will be like, ching bang chong chong bing chong 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 chong, like trying to speak Chinese or something. Well, it was like that crow trying to speak English to me, but it wasn't really English, but it sounded like it. It was like this crow was imitating a human voice, but it wasn't any language I speak. But so I started talking back to this giant crow and basically told him that, hey, you guys can stay as long as you want in my yard. Feel free to stay in the trees in my yard as long as you want. You'll be safe here. Everything will be cool. And so basically I am really good friends with the crows. As a matter of fact, I have a deep, deep spiritual connection to crows, because crows are amazing beings. Crows are highly intelligent beings, and they have great memories, and they have really intelligent, powerful spirits as well. And they have a lot to do with spirits and souls, all right? Because there is a connection between crows and the afterlife and the human soul. And so it was like every year these crows were flying directly over my house every year. And So it was so cool, and they knew me. The crows knew me, and I knew them. All right, and which reminds me, if you've ever seen the movie The Crow, or you know about The Crow, that is based on a true story. Right, that is based on my true story, and how the crows deliver me souls, and how the crows help in so many ways, how I am connected to the crows, and how the crows are my connection to the afterlife. A lot of what is in that movie The Crow is true, because in case you didn't know, I have come back from the dead. All right, this guy you're seeing here in this video, I have died so many times in so many different ways that it is unbelievable. Okay, I have died so many different times, but I've come back from the dead. All right, because I am unkillable. When I die, I go back in time and prevent that death from happening. All right, I change fate. All right, so, but the thing is, when you return from the dead after being killed or dying in some way, my spirit, it remembers the trauma of those different deaths. So, see, when you die, the second you die, you forget pain. You forget what pain is, all right? You forget whatever pain you were experiencing when you died. You forget that, and you go to heaven. But when you return to planet Earth from the dead, your spirit remembers the pain that you experienced in those deaths. Because when you die, it leaves a scar. It traumatizes your soul when your soul is in this mortal plane. So when I die and then I return from heaven back to this mortal plane, I'm alive again in this human body, but my soul can still remember what it felt like to die all those times when I actually died. So, like, for instance, one time I died from having a broken neck. My neck just got broke. I'm not going to explain the details of how it happened, but the moral of the story is it happened, okay? And I died and returned from the dead, and now I have to, sometimes I'll feel the pain in my neck. Like my neck is completely broken and my head is twisted all the way around and it's fucked up, okay? I can still remember that pain, so I have to keep myself distracted from all the different deaths I've had, because they all left a traumatic scar on my soul that I can, if I'm not distracted enough, I can start to feel that pain again. And then I start thinking, oh, fuck, I'm dead again, and oh, I'm a ghost. But yeah, I am a ghost, all right? But I'm the ghost with the most. And I've returned from the dead multiple times, all right? I returned from the dead just so I could be making this video for you right now, all right? So that's kind of the... So watch the movie The Crow, or just watch the trailer, because the trailer is really good. Because my Illuminati Knights that are working in Hollywood, the members of the good Illuminati, they put hidden evanism messages just in the trailer alone, so that all you have to see is the trailer, and you will get the hidden evanism meaning right there in the trailer. You can watch the movie for a deeper meaning and find more evanism symbolism in the movie, but it's all packaged right there for you in the trailer, okay? They put a lot of hidden, like everything, every word, every visual, everything that's in the trailer is hidden evanism symbolism. And that goes for the movie The Crow as well. But so I have to keep myself distracted because or else I start feeling the pains of the different times I've died and what it felt like. I start reliving that experience again, and then the pain starts coming back, and then the whole realization of being dead starts coming back, and then you're like, oh fuck, you're dead. But I'm not. I'm alive. I came back, you know. Came back from the dead because I'm immortal like that. But the pain, the memory, the trauma, it scars your soul. So don't try this at home, kids. Stay alive. So it sucks, you know, but crows are cool. The other day I was waiting for a package to come, and I could hear the sound of someone coming up my railing, because I have this metal railing outside my house, and when someone comes up it makes a little sound. And so I heard that sound, and I thought it was the mailman delivering my package. So I went out to look, and to my surprise and my delight, it was like 10 big crows outside right on my porch looking at me, saying hi, you know, coming through the hood. Because my old house they used to fly over, it got hit by lightning and started on fire, and it's a long story. And so I lost my family home that 4 generations of my family lived on, and 2011 was my address. And so the crows were like, where the fuck is Evan? So after I moved, they actually rerouted themselves and started flying over where I live now. All right. So, but they have gone back to different routes. But these crows decided to come over the other day and say hi to me. And one of them had a big chocolate chip cookie in his mouth. So always be nice to crows. If you see a crow, get some food. Get some food out of your house. If you have some food on you and you see a crow, yell up to the crow and ask them if they want some food, and throw the food down for them. And they'll thank you. And they'll remember you. And they'll tell their friends about you. All right? They'll be like, hey, this dude's cool. This girl's cool. This motherfucker's cool. He gave me some food. You know, they'll remember that. They remember you. So treat them well. I mean, crows are cool creatures. All right? But, you know, so that was cool. But this is kind of a change of subject, but I might as well just change up the subject, because why not? A lot of people, they see some of the videos I've made on reptilian aliens, and they're asking me what they can do about reptilians. All right, well, in case you didn't know, there are evil aliens, evil reptilian aliens that are manipulating human beings on this planet. They're manipulating life on this planet so that they can be entertained by causing disharmony and misery on this planet. Because they literally feed off of human suffering. They feed off of human beings fighting with each other. They feed off of seeing human beings be tortured or killed or beaten up or fighting with each other or hating each other. They feed off of this negative energy that they can get human beings to create. It's kind of like how we can get bees to make honey for us, and then we feed off the honey. Well, these reptilians get humans to create negative energy for them, and then they feed off the negative energy. So these reptilian aliens, they have advanced technology that allows them to divinely inspire thoughts and directly into your head. Thoughts and ideas. They can inspire things into your head and put a voice into your head. They can replicate your voice and say something in your head, in your mind, so that you think it's you having that thought. But really, it's these evil aliens putting that thought into your mind. So what they can do is they can give you thoughts of doubt so that you doubt yourself, or you doubt others, or that you hate yourself, or that you hate other people. All right, when you have these thoughts of hating yourself, or you have these thoughts about hating or being angry at someone else, when you get angry at someone you love, or you start hating, having thoughts of hate and negativity and thoughts, bad thoughts about someone else, or bad feelings, those thoughts are being put into your head by reptilian aliens that want to cause disharmony in your life. They do not want you to be happy. They do not want you to succeed. All they want is for you to suffer as much as humanly possible. They want you to live a long life and suffer as much as possible throughout that entire life, so that they can feed off of your suffering, so that they can enjoy watching you get beat by this world. They can watch you be a slave in this world and suffer. And they get into your head and they make you hate life, and they make you want to commit suicide, and they make you blame yourself, or they make you blame others for how your situation in life is. All right? They can make you hate the one you love. All right? Just to break up your relationship with them. They put thoughts of doubt into your head. They make you think. They can make you hate someone. It's horrible, okay? It's horrible what they can do. They can make you hate yourself so that you look in the mirror and you don't see the beautiful person that you are. When you look into the mirror, they put in these thoughts in your head that you're ugly, or you're not good enough, or you're too fat, or you're too skinny, or this ain't big enough, or this is too small, or this or that, or this or that. That ain't you thinking that shit. That's them making you think that shit. They're in your head. They pay these reptilians to just be there in your head to fuck with your mind, to make you suffer, to turn you into a misery machine. All right? To cause discord and disharmony in your life so that you suffer, so that you fight with the ones you're supposed to love. So that you'll get into arguments and yell and have negativity and fighting and disagreements. And these reptilians love it. They get off on it. They love seeing human beings fight each other, especially human beings that are family members or they love each other. All right? These reptilians are fucked up, evil scumbags that hate human beings and love to torture us. So what do? Well, you have to be proactive. You have to be the master of your mind. When you start feeling a negative thought about yourself or someone else, or you start getting mad about something, you need to stop yourself. You need to say, hey, that ain't my thought. That's the reptilians trying to fuck with me. That's their thought. So you gotta stop yourself from letting them put those thoughts in your head, and be proactive and say, hey, no, that ain't my thought. This is my thought. So when they start getting you to hate someone you love, you stop yourself from having them thoughts and start thinking about, no, this is how I really feel about this person. I love them. All right? And I don't want to be fighting with them or having this negativity or argument or whatever. But they will push. They can have two different reptilians inside two different people, getting them to fight by putting these thoughts into their head, and they're just getting you to fight for their own entertainment. It's entertainment to them. We are entertainment to them. They get off on us. All right? They feed off of our fucking suffering, off of our negativity, our fighting. All right? They want us at each other's throats. They want us fighting wars against each other and killing each other. They want us to be out there raping each other and doing wrong to each other so that they can fucking try to destroy our lives and make us out into monsters. They want to turn us into monsters and evildoers and evil people. But you can't let it happen. So be the master of your own mind. All right? And let me teach you a little trick. You can invite good voices into your head that are real, all right? Because the kingdom of heaven, they have the same technology that the reptilians do. We call it the divine inspiration machine. And we use this technology to put good thoughts and loving thoughts and great ideas and inspirations into people's minds on earth to help save the world, to make the world a better place. But human beings have the free will to do what they're going to do with what they're given in their mind. So whether you're given a good thought from heaven or whether you're given a negative thought from the reptilians, it's up to you with your free will to pick a side. Are you going to let negativity consume you? Are you going to let the dark side consume you? Because that's what they'll do. That's what the reptilians try to do. They try to make you think realistically and put all these doubts into your mind about your potential so that you will doubt yourself to the point where you forget about your dreams. So you'll just keep suffering through what you have to suffer through every day so they can get off on it. So they can get off on destroying your life and turning you into a slave. But no, you got to be proactive. You got to be having positive thoughts. And when you do have a negative thought, turn it into a blessing and use it as a way to say a good prayer in your head for something good, something positive. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, is what they used to say. All right? So what that means is, don't let these evil reptilian aliens put these negative thoughts into your head and destroy your soul and destroy your destiny and destroy your relationships with others just so that they can see you suffer and be defeated. You got to rise above that shit. You got to say, hey, no, I'm not going to be a hater. I'm going to be a lover. I'm not going to sit here and talk shit and be mean or be looking at it this way. I'm going to look at it a good way and be positive and say positive things about myself and positive things about other people. And I'm going to think positive thoughts about others. And I'm going to make positive wishes for others. So when I see a stranger on the street and I look at him, I'm looking at him and I'm saying, oh, I wish something good to them. All right, you make a good wish for them. Because you got to be proactive, or else you're going to have a reptilian in your head telling you, oh, look at that motherfucker, he ugly. Or don't even look at that motherfucker. Or blah, 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 blah. Putting something negative in your head. And maybe that's funny. Yeah, right. It's funny to be negative, ain't it? Sometimes. To talk shit and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that can be funny, right? Well, sometimes it ain't funny. Because sometimes you gotta be cool. Sometimes that's... So don't worry about that. You know, don't worry about the reptilians having that power over your mind. Just be aware of it. Because once you're aware of it, then you can stop them from having power over you. Alright? If you're not aware of the fact that these motherfuckers have the power to be in your mind and giving you bad thoughts, and you're not aware of it, then they can sneak in and make you think all kinds of shit to make you hate the people around you, to make you hate the people that are you're supposed to click with, the people you're supposed to go somewhere with. in your life. They'll cause disharmony. It's like Bill and Ted, you know what I mean? You ever seen the movie Bill and Ted? And the whole plot of the Bill and Ted is Bill and Ted are destined to change the world and bring about world peace and bring about utopia because of their music. But something's going to try to take them apart and disrupt that destiny so that they're not together to make that music, so that they don't save the world. All right? And it's like, you can't let that shit happen. All right? Because the reptilians want that shit to happen. The reptilians don't want us to save the world. The reptilians don't want heaven on earth. They want as much suffering as possible. That's why they're not cool with me. Because I'm Evan Lefavor. Yeah, I am the king of the kingdom of heaven. And I am the father of Jesus Christ. And I came to this planet to bring about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive. And that's what's up. That's what's real. I came to end all the suffering on planet Earth so that every human being alive is living every day like it's heaven on earth, like every day is a holiday, every day is a celebration. Every day of life is a special day. Every day of life is a day to have gifts and to be happy and to be able to do whatever you want and never be forced to do anything you don't want to do ever again. And when I am king and we bring about true freedom and heaven on earth and all that suffering goes away, then the reptilians aren't entertained anymore. There's no more honey for the reptilians. There's no more suffering. There's no more negativity. There's no more murder. There's no more hate. There's no more crime. There's no more raping. There's no more molesting. And these reptilians don't want that. They want as much suffering as possible on this planet. So they don't want me to come along and all of a sudden I bring about heaven on earth and no one's suffering anymore. And there's no more hate or no more negativity and no more discord and everything's cool. They don't want that. But you guess what? Who gives a fuck what the reptilians want? This is about what we want as human beings. And we want some peace on this planet. And we want it to be heaven on earth. Because we're sick of going through hell on earth. But these reptilians want us to be going through hell on earth. Because they want to punish us. We are the innocent. And they want to punish the innocent. They want to brainwash us into thinking we're guilty of this, that, or the other thing. And that, you know, we have to be slaves every day. That this is just the way it is. And they use that as a way to torture us every day and turn us into slaves and feed off of our suffering. And it's not cool. The only way to stop it is to start loving each other. We have to love unconditionally. And we need to strengthen our relationships instead of letting them be destroyed by negativity. All right, we cannot let the reptilians keep on destroying us and destroying our relationships and filling us with negative thoughts and doubtful thoughts. Don't ever doubt yourself, okay? You can change this world in any way you want. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt what you can do. All right? Everybody who's ever changed the world, if they just sat there and doubted themselves and said, "Oh, it's against the odds for me to succeed, so why even try?" Think about all the people that have changed this world throughout history. All right? They didn't doubt themselves and they succeeded because they didn't doubt themselves. Don't listen to the odds. Don't let realistic thinking take over your destiny and stop you from fulfilling your potential on this planet. Because that's what the reptilians want. The reptilians want to destroy us all. But they don't want us to just die. Sure, they could kill us if they wanted, But they don't want to. They want us to suffer. They're torturing us. Torture. All right? But don't let it happen. Don't be a victim. All right? Be a warrior. And be the master of your own mind. And like I said, you can invite. Let me tell you my secret. This is a good secret. It shouldn't be a secret. You can invite good thoughts into your mind. Good voices. All you got to do is believe. And you can fill your mind with all kinds of positive beings that will say good things and have your back and say positive, loving things about you inside your mind. And they'll say loving, positive things about other people around you in your mind, so that you begin fostering love instead of hate. So you start producing you start producing positivity instead of negativity. All right? Because that starts with your thoughts, all right? It starts with your feelings. So don't be scared to love. Don't be scared to have empathy. You got to have empathy. Empathy is so important. And it's not easy to have empathy. All right? It can be uncomfortable for you to put yourself in someone else's shoes and actually try to think about how it would feel like to be them. But if you can learn to have empathy, it will change the way you look at the world and how you react to others. All right? Because it's a strength to be able to put yourself in someone else's shoes and then treat them how you would want to be treated if you were them. All right? Because that's one of the important ways that we're going to save this world, that we're going to come together and bring about true freedom and heaven on earth for everyone alive, is we're going to start having empathy and respect for each other and each other's lives and our feelings. All right? We're not going to sit there and say we don't give a fuck anymore. All right, we only give a fuck about the people we love that are in our lives. You know, I heard someone say the other day, oh, some stranger in the street just all of a sudden had a heart attack in front of me. I'm not going to feel real sad about it. That's someone I don't know. It's like that's reptilians making you think like that. That's evil reptilian aliens giving you that hateful negative logic. That total lack of empathy for another human being. But you can have love in you. You can have that empathy, and it's not a weakness like the evil people that control this world want to believe. Because the evil people that the reptilians are influencing to control this world, they are taught that empathy is a weakness, that feeling the feelings of others and acknowledging the feelings of others is a weakness somehow. But it's not a weakness, it's a strength, because it shows your wisdom. It shows that you're on a higher level, okay? I had to talk about moral superiority, but to a certain extent, moral superiority does exist. Because, succeeding in this world, sure, evil can make you succeed in this world, but this world is a temporary speck when it comes to eternity, and that evil shit ain't gonna get you nowhere for the rest of eternity. All right, but just be proactive, okay? Be positive. Be more loving to everyone, all right? Be more understanding to everyone, all right? Be cool. Be cooler and see how it changes your life. See how it changes the world. See how it changes everything, all right? Because fuck the reptilians, all right? They used to get off on our suffering. They used to get off on our pain, but we ain't going to suffer no more for them. We're not going to hate each other for them anymore just so they can have fun watching us fight and watching us scream at each other. Fuck that. We ain't going to have it no more. All right, so be cool. Now you know what's up. I am your friend forever, Evan Lefavor. And I'll see you next video. Until then, bye-bye.